Good morning,
Good morning.
Mr. Anderson.
How you doing?
Do you mind if I call you Arthur?
Sure.
Okay. I am doing a class. The reason for this video is I'm doing a class with the Offenders Workshop Development Specialist. Part of the class is that I have to interview someone, and you gave me the pleasure of interviewing you.
No problem.
First, you have to sign this form, and when you sign the form, it gives me release that I can give that to the professor. The professor can look at the form, and he'll take a look at it, he'll grade it, and then after he grades it, then it's going to be deleted.
Okay.
And you'll never have to worry about it again. Okay?
Okay.
So let's see. Let's take a look at your resume and ask you a couple of questions, if that's okay.
Okay, no problem.
So you're living at Parkview Avenue now?
Yes.
Okay. And that's in North Braddock?
Yes.
And where is North Braddock?
North Braddock is in between Forest Hills and Swissvale and Braddock.
Okay.
Up at the top of the hill.
Okay.
Yes.
You like that area?
It's quiet.
Mm-hmm.
It's very quiet, yeah.
Let's see. And you worked as a CDL driver in the past over the road,
Yes.
correct? But that's not what you're doing now.
No, I'm actually working in the Market District Giant Eagle in Shadyside as a bulk food specialist.
Okay. Do you like doing that?
Yeah, I do. I like helping people.
And what exactly do you do?
I
What's that?
resupply that area, which is all the loose grains, nuts, candies, things like that, where people can actually come and serve themselves and get as much or as little as they want, without getting something in a prepackaged form.
Mm-hmm.
They can package this themselves.
Now, do you get a discount?
Yes, I do.
That's wonderful. What's
Yes.
your discount?
I get 10% off the top for employees, and plus I get Giant Eagle Advantage card discounts too.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, let's see. What's your military history?
I served in the Marine Corps,
Mm-hmm.
and I got out with the honorable discharge, and my highest rank was a Corporal E4.
Okay. What did you do in the military?
I was a unit diary clerk, which is basically a person that puts the information about the Marines into the computer system.
Okay.
And so we handle all the personnel records, making sure people got paid on time, make sure if they was going from North Carolina to California, that all their flight information was already ready for them. Now all they had to do was come to my office and get it.
Oh, okay. Did you like doing that?
Oh, I loved it. I love working in the office.
So what made you leave the Marine Corps?
I thought I was missing something in Pittsburgh, so I came home. I was young. I was in my 20s.
Okay. Were you missing anything in
I
Pittsburgh?
wasn't missing anything, but I should have did 20 years.
A lot of people
did 4.5
say that.
years. Yeah, I would have been retired now. Had everything I ever wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't even have to work no more. Get paid for the rest of my life. Just
Yeah.
if I wanted to. So I regret that.
I was in the Air Force,
Mm-hmm.
and I served 4 years, and 4 years was enough for me. I worked in supply.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. What's your level of education?
I graduated high school.
Okay. And then where did you get your certification for your CDL?
I actually, the last company I worked for is called CR England. They have their own trucking school within their company. So when I applied for them, they sent me a bus ticket, and I actually went to Salt Lake City, Utah.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to school there on their grounds, and then they immediately put me in the truck with a trainer. So once you get in the truck with a trainer, you have to log in 30,000 miles.
Mm-hmm.
It takes about a month to get that.
Wow.
Yeah, you have to drive for a month, 10 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Oh, my.
Yeah, and that'll get you your 30,000 miles before you can receive your own truck.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that, passed.
But you have a love for driving.
Yeah, I always did. I had love for driving before I even went to truck driving school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So were you one of the first people in your neighborhood to get your driver's license?
I was one of the first people in my neighborhood to drive.
Okay.
My mom and dad, they always had 3 and 4 cars. They had good jobs. So when I was 11 years old, I kind of taught myself how to drive.
Really?
Yes.
And how did you do that?
washing the car and then telling them I need the keys so I can get something out of the trunk. And I would go down one block and come back up one block. And then eventually I'll start going around the block, you know. So by the time I was 13, I was able to ask my mom for the car.
Oh,
And she
wow.
gave it to me. So I didn't get my license until I was 19. I drove for 6 years without a license. So I was the only 13-year-old person in my neighborhood that was able to go get a car.
No.
All my friends wanted to hang with me.
Did you have, no wonder.
Yeah.
Did you have to sit on
Oh, no, I was
phone
pretty
books?
tall to be at
Okay.
13 years old.
No
Yeah.
adjusting the seats or anything?
Well, there was the old style bench seats because they would always make me take this 1966 Chevy, and it didn't have no power steering, and no power brakes, and all that. So of course I had to pull the seat up and stuff like that. But yeah, I learned old school hard, you know, but no power steering.
Let's see a little bit more about your resume. I like this. I like how you have a summary in the beginning of
Yeah.
all your skills.
Yes.
That's a good idea because when the employer is looking at your resume, sometimes they get a little lazy and they don't want to go through your entire resume. And sometimes they'll just go through the skills at the beginning of your resume. So why aren't you working with CR England anymore?
I wanted to get off of the road, driving over the road, because I was gone 5 days a week. So I would get, they make sure that you have a trip coming to your hometown. Okay, but I would get here Friday night, and then I'd have to leave out Sunday morning. So I got tired of being over the road, so I wanted to try to find something local here in Pittsburgh. So I applied for a job with UPS, and they wanted me to drive out of New Stanton. I didn't have a vehicle to get there. And then the job I'm with now, they had truck driving positions, but they didn't have any open. So they put me in bulk foods until they got a position open.
Well, you never know. I
Yeah.
mean, it's worth the wait. Giant Eagle is a great company to
Yeah.
work for.
Well, I have a car coming up pretty soon, so I'm just going to UPS told me I can reapply anytime, so I'm going to go back with UPS because those guys, they're the ones that's making over $100,000 a year,
Okay.
and they're home every night. See, they drive out 4 hours, drop off those trailers, pick up 2 trailers, and come back. So I would just drive into Ohio and drop off trailers, pick up trailers, and come back to Pittsburgh and be home every night.
Oh, so you're not even loading and unloading?
No, I don't have to do none of that.
Oh, that's a dream job.
Yeah, I just drive.
That's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, let's see here. Oh, you worked Veterans Industries.
Yes, I did.
CWT?
I did CWT 2 different times. The last particular time I did it, I was actually a supply technician for the operating room.
Oh,
At the
really?
VA hospital, yeah.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah. So all the different instruments and all the things and all the gauze and bandages and the gloves that they use and everything, I resupplied that area. So.
And that's a type of job you do alone.
Yeah. I mean, you're still around all the doctors and nurses and stuff, and you're in and out of different operating rooms. They have an inner core inside the VA where you have to go into a certain door, and that's where all the operating rooms are inside that core. And I supplied that area alone. That was it.
And this is University Drive?
This was University Drive.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And I did another CWT job before that a couple years ago, and I was a patient escort.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you like doing that?
Yeah, I like that because I got to talk to a lot of the veterans that, were in World War II and Vietnam, and, listen to some of their stories and things they went to. So it was enlightening.
So VA Industries. Have you thought about working for the VA?
Yes, I have put so many applications in through USA Jobs and trying to get jobs with the VA, and I couldn't get none of them. I actually did work for the VA. I was working at the laundry when he was up at Highland Drive, and we knew that they were going to be closing, and it was supposed to be closing in 6 months. We wound up staying there for